Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. As Young and Restless sends Tucker packing, Bryton James laments Devon's loss and his own. We thought that this time around, the young and the restless Devon might finally get to forge a solid, healthy relationship with his biological father. But at best, he probably got as far as occasionally warm and generally tentative. Portrayer Bryton James gets it. Devon has given Tucker more chances than anyone probably should, the Emmy winner tells Soaps.com. He's always saying he's going to change, but he never does. There's always another lie, another scheme, something new for Devon to find out about and be disappointed in him all over again. Though Devon winds up getting crushed over and over again, there is an upside to all of the angst. For me as an actor, it's been a lot of fun, he says, because I get to work with the incredible Trevor Streetjohn, and that is a pleasure. Or, well, it was. The soap vet recently tweeted that, as you well know, Tuckers come and Tuckers go, and so the cycle continues. This Tucker is in his go phase. He went on to thank each and every member of the wonderful cast, the crew, the directors, the producers and production staff, and CBS/Sony for the great experience from day one to the last. I feel so fortunate to have played such a terrific role. As the golden hues of a Newman's Day gave way to a somber twilight, the restless city of Genoa City found itself once again in the throes of dramatic upheaval. Devon Hamilton stood alone on the balcony of his penthouse, the weight of recent events pressing down on him like the oppressive humidity of a summer storm. The skyline shimmered with the last rays of sunlight, but in Devon's heart, darkness reigned supreme. Tucker McCall, his biological father, had been a force of chaos and complexity since re-entering Devon's life. Their relationship, always fraught with tension, had recently reached a breaking point. Tucker's manipulations, lies, and the constant dance of power and control had finally led to his exile from Genoa City. As much as Devon wanted to celebrate Tucker's departure, he found himself grappling with an unexpected sense of loss. Bryton James, the actor who had brought Devon to life for so many years, couldn't help but feel a profound connection to his character's turmoil. In many ways, Devon's struggles mirrored his own. Bryton had faced his share of personal battles, and the lines between reality and fiction often blurred when he stepped into Devon's shoes. Tonight, as he prepared for another scene, Bryton found himself reflecting on the parallels between their lives. The set was quiet, the crew bustling about in hushed tones as they prepared for the next take. Bryton adjusted his tie, a sleek black number that complemented Devon's usual sophisticated style. He glanced at himself in the mirror, trying to shake off the weight of the day. But the lines of sorrow etched on Devon's face seemed to stare back at him, refusing to be ignored. "Places, everyone," the director's voice cut through the silence, jolting Bryton back to the present. He took a deep breath, squared his shoulders, and stepped onto the set. The scene was simple enough. Devon alone in his penthouse, grappling with the aftermath of Tucker's departure. But the emotions running through Bryton's veins were anything but simple. The cameras rolled and Bryton let himself sink into Devon's world. He crossed the room to the balcony, the city's lights twinkling below. The script called for a moment of introspection, but Bryton didn't need to act. He simply let his own feelings pour through. Devon stared out into the night, the distant hum of traffic a faint reminder of the world moving on without him. His mind replayed the last conversation with Tucker, the harsh words, the anger, and the undeniable sense of betrayal. He had wanted to believe in Tucker, to give him the benefit of the doubt, but Tucker's actions had shattered that fragile trust. "I thought I could change him," Devon muttered to himself, his voice barely above a whisper. "I thought I could save him." Bryton's thoughts drifted to his own life, to the people he had tried to save and the times he had failed. The losses he had endured felt like shadows creeping into Devon's narrative, blurring the lines between actor and character. A knock on the door broke the silence, and Devon turned to see his sister, Lily Winters, standing in the doorway. Crystal Khalil, who played Lily, stepped into the room with a look of compassion that Bryton knew all too well. Their on-screen chemistry mirrored their real-life friendship, and tonight, That bond was more important than ever. "Hey," Lily said softly, crossing the room to stand beside him. "I heard about Tucker. How are you holding up?" Devon let out a heavy sigh, running a hand through his hair. "I don't know, Lily. I should feel relieved that he's gone, but all I feel is empty." Lily placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "You did everything you could. Sometimes people just can't be saved, no matter how much we want them to be." Bryton felt a lump in his throat, the weight of those words hitting close to home. He thought of the people he had lost, the battles he had fought both on and off the screen. The pain was real, but so was the strength that had carried him through. "I wanted him to be different," Devon said, his voice cracking. "I wanted to believe that he could change." Lily pulled him into a tight hug, and for a moment, Bryton allowed himself to be Devon completely, to feel the heartbreak and the hope mingling in his chest. "You have to focus on yourself now," Lily said gently. "You can't let his choices define you." As the scene wrapped up, Bryton felt a sense of catharsis wash over him. The line between his pain and Devon's was still blurry, but in sharing this moment he found a sliver of solace. The lights dimmed and the set began to clear, but the emotions lingered, a testament to the power of storytelling. Later that night, as Bryton lay in bed, he reflected on the journey that had brought him here. Playing Devon had been a roller coaster of highs and lows, of love and loss. But through it all, he had discovered a resilience within himself that mirrored Devon's own. As the sun set over Genoa City, casting long shadows through the Abbott mansion, a palpable tension filled the air. The news of Tucker McCall's abrupt departure had spread like wildfire, leaving the residents grappling with the implications of his absence. For Devon Hamilton, the impact was deeply personal. Devon stood on the terrace of his penthouse, staring out at the city skyline. The usually bustling streets below seemed unusually quiet, mirroring the turmoil within his heart. He had always had a complicated relationship with his biological father, Tucker. Their bond had been a roller coaster of highs and lows, misunderstandings, and moments of profound connection. Now, with Tucker gone, Devon felt a void that he couldn't quite describe. Bryton James, the actor who brought Devon to life, sat in his dressing room, reflecting on the scenes he had just filmed. It wasn't just Devon who felt a sense of loss. Bryton himself had grown attached to the storyline, to the intricate web of emotions that had woven through his character's journey with Tucker. It was a chapter that had come to an unexpected end, and Bryton couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness. On set, the atmosphere was somber. The cast and crew had become a family over the years, and Tucker's departure marked the end of an era. Bryton walked through the corridors of the studio, his thoughts drifting back to the memorable scenes he had shared with Stephen Nichols, the actor who played Tucker. Their on-screen chemistry had been electric, a testament to their dedication to their craft. Devon's penthouse felt emptier than usual. The memories of conversations, arguments, and fleeting moments of understanding with Tucker lingered in every corner. He picked up a photo from the mantel, a rare snapshot of him and Tucker, smiling, genuine happiness captured in a single frame. Devon's fingers traced the edges of the photo, a bittersweet smile tugging at his lips. He had always wanted more time, more chances to mend the broken pieces of their relationship. The next day, Devon found himself at Chancellor Park. The serenity of the park provided a stark contrast to the storm of emotions swirling within him. He sat on a bench, letting the sounds of nature wash over him. It was here that he often found clarity, a place where he could think without the distractions of his high-powered life. "Mind if I join you?" Devon looked up to see Lily Winters standing there, her eyes filled with concern. He nodded, grateful for her presence. Lily sat beside him, her hand gently squeezing his. "I heard about Tucker," she said softly. "How are you holding up?"